All right, so the race has started. So this is Deltarune. This is the friendly game where the friendly RPG where no one has to die. This is the sequel to Undertale. In a sense, it is set with the same characters, but it's in a different world. So for this part of the run, menuing is just like the main part that both runners are going to be trying to like do as fast as possible, and that's just a matter of just pushing the button as fast as possible. Right now, I can also explain both players. You might hear a little bit of beeping in between. That's because they both should have sticky keys on, which basically allows them to automatically hold two buttons, Shift and Control, which automatically scrolls through text like throughout the entire run, which is really nice. That way you don't have to hold the buttons down. And now we're going to be waking up. And what's the best thing to do after waking up is going back to sleep. Of course, naturally. So the reason that they're going back to sleep is because this is a New Game Plus run, and in New Game Plus you are able to skip straight to the Dark World. You don't have to go through any of the Overworld section. So the item that they just picked out, tendog, missing the item. That's okay. So the item that they just picked up is probably the best time-saving item in the entire game, other than good movement. It is what allows you to automatically scroll through all text in the game. Otherwise, you'd have to be like mashing buttons. And that's why you have sticky keys on. So the Dark World is just a lot of navigating quickly, trying not to bonk on any walls. And now you're going to be seeing a few instances of damage and player. So basically, you play as a heart. Yeah, sticky keys are pretty nice for this run. All right, 159 dust pile. That's actually very good. Sub 2 dust pile. So now we're meeting our first player character. We've never met this person before, but they know exactly who we are. And this is Susie. And now we're going to get into the first encounter with the bad guy, which is this shadowy dude. So essentially this part is just trying to get through without taking hits, because it's like slightly slower because you lose your momentum. And this part they shouldn't take any damage, and if they take any damage, that'll be suboptimal. There's no reason to take damage here, but sometimes it's funny. Alright, so the runners are pretty even right now. If you guys have any questions throughout the run, I'll be also responding to chat, so just like ask away. So now we're going to meet the hooded figure that we are going to have to fight, and it's going to be really hard. Oh wait, never mind. So this is the first battle with Lancer, which is quote-unquote the bad guy of the game, and you can beat him in 3 hits if you get 3 perfect hits. And the goal of this game essentially... Oh, okay, he's just straight up taking the damage. So also something else that you're going to be wanting to do in this fight is that if Lancer targets Susie, which is the second character on your team, you're going to want to try to get hit with her, because later on in the run, it's extremely beneficial to have her have taken damage. All right, so Potato does get a perfect 3 hit, and so does tendog. Wow, that was amazing. That was great stuff from both players. Yeah, I wonder if Potato's going to use new Jigsaw strats. Well, I guess we're going to find out. I don't actually know what those are off the top of my head. I just know that there are new ones, so I guess I'll be reacting to them as we see them. So now we're picking up a manual, an item that we're going to use once, but it's extremely important because it saves like 5-10 seconds. Alright, so now we're getting into one of the first major, like, important sections of the run, because your movement's very important. So as you're going to skip past all of these things, it's not that difficult, but it's also not that difficult to mess up. if you can understand. So this one specifically, if you bonk on the wall, you're going to get hit. So you got to just be careful about your movement. This one's not that bad. Oh, tendog taking a hit. Oh, that's very unfortunate. Yeah, this is a huge time loss. Yeah, just going for the hits. Okay, so that's going to be a 3-phase. All right, so the potato is taking a strong lead here. Definitely can make up for it though. So if you look in Potato's screen, Potato took a hit right at the end there because he wanted to skip a line of text. And in doing so, he completes the 2-phase. Alright, yeah, so tendog is going to be a little bit behind, but I think tendog is 1 screen behind, approximately. Oh, sorry. What was the question? I didn't see. What's my favorite chocolate? Honestly, probably gotta go with the classic Snickers. Snickers is great. Would I hug Rousey? Who wouldn't hug Rousey? Like, come on, let's be real. Alright, so now that we have Susie in our party for definitely the 100% of the time, tendog is picking up Susie. Potato just goes for 1 hit because against that first K round fight, you can just literally go for any hit at all and it'll just immediately progress the fight. So now we're going to be able to see, I guess there's new Jigsaw strats. I haven't seen them. I think this is what they're talking about. I guess we're both going to find out together. What would I do for a Klondike bar? What wouldn't I do for a Klondike bar? Like, come on. Okay, so there's still double defend and an attack. Yeah, this is the normal. Yeah, that's just normal Jigsaw. Maybe that's not the Jigsaw they were talking about. Yeah, straight up chocolate, like Hershey's straight up chocolate, or like others chocolate. So these are boxes. Basically, trying to get the boxes as fast as possible. Tendog just starting the Jigsaw fight. Now the potato is going to do a very important skip, which is very difficult for new players. It's pretty consistent though, okay, and he gets it. Awesome. That skip doesn't look that difficult, but it has a very strict timing window that if you mess up, you just immediately just like have to fight and then you lose a ton of time. All right, let's see if tendog gets it as well. So this checkerboard section, he's going to be avoiding the pawns and avoiding the white tiles on the ground. And the reason that they're doing that is because they don't want to have to fight the pawns, because you'd have to fight the pawns otherwise. All right, let's see if tendog gets it. Awesome. Okay, they both get it. Perfect. All right, so tendog is a little bit behind, but I think it's definitely doable as long as he keeps on pace and doesn't bonk on any of these walls. Uh-oh. Ooh, that was so close. Oh, yeah. You can afford like 1 bonk there. Yeah, just pure chocolate. Would I kill Rousey for... No. It depends on how many Klondike bars there would be. Because if there were like a lifetime supply of Klondike bars, and I could just reload a save after I do it, then I'd do it. But if I had to like, if it was like permadeath, then no, definitely not. Alright, so this is K round fight number 2. And what he's going to try to do, unlucky on the RNG so far, he's going to try to get the best RNG possible is him attacking Susie. No, didn't get it a second time. He needs 1 more time. If on the next phase he doesn't attack Susie, it's really bad RNG. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's just not good RNG. The reason that he wanted to get Susie hit is because then he could skip this part of him drinking the almond milk, because then he wouldn't. Then Susie would not be attacking around. Let's see if tendog gets the good RNG. So I can show you what I'm talking about. No. So both runners kind of getting a little bit dipped on the RNG there. All right, yeah. So Alright, yeah, both runners getting a little bit unlucky there in the RNG. Alright, so now this section is probably one of the most fun sections for a speedrun, just because of how like involved it is. Also a pretty fun section casually, just because it's so like unique to have Susie not in your party anymore, and like now Susie's the bad guy. So that rabbit that Potato just dodged, you can just immediately just like dash back and dodge back in. Excuse me. And oh well, yeah, Potato getting the clip on the. So if you do it very, if you go past that like circle of diamonds, the like diamond rod, you can actually clip into it so you don't take any damage, and it just goes much faster. So block your skip number 1 done absolutely perfectly. Tendog coming up on this first section. Oh, Potato having a little bit of trouble with moving around there. And the section that Potato is coming up on right now is the one and only time you're going to use the item that I talked about in the beginning. And he uses it twice and spares and ends the fight. Alright, so now Potato's going to do a very difficult skip. Easy to mess up, I would say. Not necessarily difficult, but easy to mess up. Blocks your skip number 2. Alright, perfect. Alright, Potato's in there. Alright, Tendog also having a little bit of trouble with the moving around there. So, Tendog using the item. The Potato is going to build the machine that destroys you. Cats are pretty cool. No bias, by the way. Alright, machine that destroys you, done optimally. No duck feet, 0 out of 10. Let's see if Tendog... Oh no, Tendog missing block skip. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, so Tendog is pretty far behind now. I think that he's far enough behind that he really needs to hit Head Happy in order to stand a chance at this point. Or obviously, unless Potato messes up in a very like major way. But from the way he's been playing, I don't see that happening. Just from what I've seen, but anything could happen. It's live. Yeah, feels super bad. All right, Tendog, show us a duck. Show us a duck, Tendog. Do it for the people. Oh, no duck. Oh, sorry. Sorry, chat. Alright, so now we're getting to the Susie... Oh, sorry. We're getting to the machine that destroys us, of course. This is a really hard fight. I'm just kidding. They don't actually want to fight us with that. That's not fair. They're just going to fight us with the axe and a motorbike. Alright, so this phase is pretty simple. You're going to compliment Lancer twice, then put Susie to sleep, and then compliment Lancer twice. Or you could put Susie to sleep, yeah. And the reason that you do that is because you need to compliment Lancer 4 times in order to finish the fight, and on the 4th time, Lancer will end. But if Susie is awake when you compliment Lancer for the 4th time, it will not end the fight. And perfect, Potato. Doing a great job there on that fight. Tendog coming up to this fight. Actually, they're much closer than I thought they were. So I don't actually think that I was right about that assumption that maybe they're very far apart. Favorite cable? Favorite cable? I think 12-inch cables are pretty useful. I honestly like RCA cables a lot. So now we're at an auto-scroller section. Tendog is finishing up this fight. Oh no, wait, why is he attacking? Huh, interesting. Okay, maybe just like a missed menu input. Yeah, that's what I think happened. Yeah, RJ45 is it's a pretty good cable. So now Potato is coming up, and Lancer's realizing that maybe it's not the best idea that he's bringing them to his dad, which is in charge of the castle, when he's supposed to be the one that's destroying them in the first place. So this is another auto-scroller section, just like the one in the beginning. This one's a little easier, just because it's on a diagonal, I think. I think it's a little easier. And then just basically going through this part again. When I was commentating a race one time, they were really kind of close, and then the person messed up this auto-scroller section, and they were literally right neck and neck at that point. So I would definitely say it's not impossible to mess up. Honestly, VGA cables are pretty good, pretty important. So the potato is in jail, and in order to progress that part, he has to interact with two objects and acquire the chain object and talk to Rouse. And then he tells Susie to use very specific inputs to solve the puzzle, and it's the same every single time. And this is basically the biggest auto-scroller left in the run. There's a little bit you can do to make it faster, but it's not a huge time save if you don't. Yeah, so tendog finally finishing the auto-scroller section for the first part, and then he's going to get thrown in jail or prison. Who here in chat has beaten Jevil no hit? Just to gauge, or even just beaten Jevil, just to gauge what you guys are into. Also, while that's happening, basically the only way to a mechanic I didn't explain was that what he's doing is that anytime you see the little white heart around the red heart, that's called a near miss, or it's basically if you get close enough to it to not hit it, what happens is the yellow bar on the left fills up, and the goal at that point is to get more TP, because then you can use more magic. But also on the mechanic, I don't know if it's explained. I know it's explained by the Jigsaw people that explain a lot of the mechanics in the game, but you can actually progress fights faster. The more near misses you get, the faster attacks end. And that was a perfect no damage from the potato. Let's see if tendog can also get no damage. Basically after 3 phases, you can't get near misses anymore, because Lancer just kind of gives up. Maybelline, ask me a different question. Beat Jevil, awesome. Yeah, honestly, it doesn't matter how long it takes you to beat Jevil. I just think it's really cool because it just feels so good to finally beat Jevil. I thought Jevil was harder than Sans, honestly. And now Potato is going to be finishing the this section. So this section in game, this elevator scene, normally takes a really long time, but because we have the basically the text skip, it just goes real fast. So now this is one of if not the hardest parts of the run. There's 2 really important skips that are coming up. There's the elevator skip, which is one I'll explain right as we come out of the elevator. And now Susie has joined our party for good. So as we exit the elevator, we're going to go to this lamp, then we're going to go back to the elevator, and we're going to go... That was a little close. Yeah, it should be fine. And then you go up past that enemy, and then he clips into the wall, and he cannot attack you and get past you. So now we're going to solve a very difficult puzzle, probably one of the hardest puzzles in the game. I think it's the second hardest puzzle in the game. So you got to move the box, and it's done. Very difficult. Tendog finally entering the elevator. And here's Head Happy. Let's see if we can get Potato to get it. Oh, Potato gets it! Oh my gosh! Wow! Alright. That was amazing. That was really close to not hitting it. That was amazing. All right, PogChamp, Pog's in the chat. All right, so now we solved the second hardest puzzle in the game, and now we can talk about tendog. Now we can watch tendog also doing elevator skip. Potato choosing to save. He's also picking up an item that will allow him to progress further into the game during King Fight. So the item that he picked up basically is an axe that makes you do more damage, and he's equipping it on Susie, which is his main damage dealer for King, which is the final boss of the game. tendog nailing the elevator skip, doing an amazing job at it. Alright, this is K round. Basically, you're going to throw Susie at the crown, and you're going to want to do that 3 times. If you get 3 perfect crown hits, the fight ends. If you do 6 normal hits, the fight also ends. Okay, 2 perfect crown hits. tendog finishing the second hardest puzzle in the game. Alright, 3 perfect crown hits. Let's go, Potato. Amazing run. Oh man, no Hathy from tendog. Oh no. Alright. 'Twas a valiant effort on the Hathy skip. And now Potato is going to be entering into King Fight. At this point, King Fight can go very badly, but if you practice it, it becomes very predictable and very consistent. At this point, I think Potato is going to have a pretty hard time losing unless he takes, for some reason, a very long time to push buttons, which I doubt is going to happen. So basically for King Fight, he's going to be wanting to get as much TP as possible by doing as many near misses as possible. The reason for that is because I think he's going to be doing... Oh, he's just doing attacking for now. He just wants more TP. So there's a few different types of strats that you can do. One of them is Red Buster, and what you do is this attack that's coming up right now, that big red slash. You can only do it. It costs 50 TP, I believe, and it does 322 damage if you push Z right before it hits, or if you just even like spam click Z. tendog getting a perfect crown hit. And now this section is going to be him moving around in the box. tendog with another perfect crown hit. That was a great K-round fight from tendog. Another Red Buster. Actually, it might be 317. I don't remember off the top of my head. So Potato is essentially trying to kill King as fast as possible. You can actually see King's health anytime that he actually does an attack. It's in the bottom right corner. You can catch it for like a glimpse. tendog entering King Fight. Now Potato is just trying to get as much TP as possible. He's going to do another Red Buster, maybe followed by another Susie hit. Because I don't think he needs another... Oh no, Susie defending. Okay. And this should be another 1 or 2 hits. Defending with Susie. If he can get enough TP, I think there might be like 1 more hit. Or it could be 2 more. I'm not... I wasn't counting. And tendog starting up the King Fight. They're both on the King Fight at the same time, which honestly is really good for marathon run. Great stuff to both players. And this is looking like a last hit. Yep. Oh wow, okay, I'm surprised. Yeah, this is last hit. And Potato finishing King Fight. tendog still hasn't taken any damage. And at this point for Potato, the only way that he can really lose at this point is honestly to have a game crash. Which, okay, no commentator curse, it's not happening. Not gonna happen. tendog hitting up in this next section. I think tendog's doing Red Buster strats. There's also Rude Buster strats, which don't require an action from Chris and Susie. It only requires an action from Susie, so Chris can get a hit in, but Red Buster just does overall more damage. And after we discovered that, it just became basically Red Buster only. So yeah, great stuff to both runners. This was a really entertaining run to watch. That was a crazy head hathy from Potato. Tendog also hitting the amazing elevator skip. That was really clean. And I think both players got 3 perfect K round hits. So I'm really happy about that. Next time though, duck please. We need duck percent. Honestly, that'd be a fun category. Just like the first like you're trying to make a duck as fast as possible. Just try to get through the game as fast as possible to make a duck. Let's make it happen. All right, so Potato now going to be entering the fountain, and this is the kind of the portal that is going to take them home, but also like supports the Dark World. Tendog finishing the king fight, doing a really clean fight. If you ever have wanted to get into a speedrunning game ever, this is the most amazing, one of the most amazing communities I've ever been in. I don't want to speak for other communities, but like this one is just amazing. It's so helpful to new players, and you really like don't have to learn any of the technical stuff to be a new runner. You just like, my first time was like a 31, and that's still considered a good time because from that point on it's just improving. If you've ever wanted to get into speedrunning, there's no better time to start. We have a Discord. Deltarune is a free game. It's also on Switch now. Hype. Shout outs to Toby Fox. And shoutouts to the Deltarune community. The Potato going to be walking home soon. Tendog still in the Dark World. Yeah, 10 did it like, this is an amazing time for like 3 extra encounters. So Tendog entering the fountain, and Potato is going to be trying to go to sleep again. And that is time. Potato 2706. That was an amazing run from the Potato and Tendog. I'm very happy to watch both of them. Tendog also having a really great time. It's probably looking like a low 29, high 28. We might be able to get 2 people in here for some interviews. Thank you guys for watching. That was really fun. Thank you for letting me commentate. That was a really great run from both players. I wonder if the Potato is going to hop in here maybe for some stuff. Winner of this faces Mr. Link or Enzo. Enzo's been kind of breaking up the bracket. He's been on a run. So Potato's going to be facing either Enzo or Mr. Link. Hey, the Potato's muted right now. Hello.
I'm good now.
Hey, wow, that was an amazing run. How do you feel?
Well, it was going pretty good. I don't know how many people noticed, but I at one of the red busters during the king fight, I actually pressed enter like.
Yes, I saw. Yeah, it's okay.
Like, I didn't get the crit on that, and I thought I lost the race to that. Like,
no, you were okay.
I have mixed feelings about that run.
That was a great run from both of you guys.
Yeah, GG Potato.
GG.
Oh man, I missed so many skips though.
Yeah. Alright, so what do you think, 10? How do you feel?
I'm really kind of bummed about that. I was practicing before this, and I probably doomed myself. I got 2 runs with head hathy skip in a row, and I was like, this is going a little too well. So I'm kind of nervous that, like, for this run, I felt like my luck was kind of dry or something. Yeah.
I mean, a 28-41 is an amazing run for like a few unintended encounters. Like that's still an amazing time. So definitely like be proud.
Yeah, thanks. I mean, besides the encounter skips, I still feel like I played pretty well. So I'm not too bummed. But yeah, it kind of sucks.
Yeah, definitely. All right, is there anything you guys want to say?
Good luck with the rest of the tournament, Potato.
Thank you.
Apparently, I think you face Enzo next, if I recall correctly.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So
He's
that's going to
pretty
be
big.
interesting.
That'll be fun.
To say the
You'll
least.
have a great time.
I'll probably have a bad time.
You're gonna have a great time.
A good.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, good stuff to both of you guys. Shout outs to Deltarune if you guys want to play this game. If you want to, or if you're interested at all, remember just like look up the Discord. You can also try to the game is completely free for any player. If you've ever wanted to speedrun any game, these guys can attest that it's so much fun and it's such a great community.
Deltarune, if I might add, it's a really easy game to learn.
Yes.
For speedrunning.
It's I wouldn't want to say like the perfect run, but I think it's like probably one of the best runs to learn as a new player.
Yeah, it's a really good beginner run.
And it's only like half an hour. Like even getting started, your first run will probably be like 40 minutes if you know what you're doing. So it shouldn't even take that long.
Yeah, there's a guide that you literally just like follow step by step, and it tells you everything what to do. Yeah, it's just like, hey, just do head hathy skip, you'll be fine.
The guide I think recommends the guide recommends a few things that might be pretty hard at first, but
yeah. All right. Well, thank you both. That was a great. Thank you very much for the runs. It was so entertaining to watch. All right. Thank you guys. All right. Signing off.
Yeah.
Peace out.
I will sign off too. Thanks.
Cool. Thank you. Sans Undertale is beautiful, and so is Sans Deltarune.